interested in your long-term health.
Hey, 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 America, how you doing? Welcome to Conscious Conversations with Ciara Ross. You already know today is Wednesday and it's about that time. But today I have a special guest with me. She is awesome. I'm not going to put her whole business out there, but she's a comedian and she has a beautiful spirit, Miss Stacy. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. What's up, CC? Ciara, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for joining me on this Conscious Conversation this week.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So listen, we got to get deep down into some topics that has been brewing through our community. Ooh-wee. And it's getting real.
It's getting real.
Real. So I'm going to give a rundown just really quickly before we get into the nitty gritty, because there's so many different things that's happened within the past 7 days. Mm-hmm. But what I want to focus on is we need time to talk about, but we can't negate the rest of the stuff that's going on. Right. So get your pens and pencils ready, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going quick. All right? Ready, bam. So the NFL said that they would give $250 million to support the Black Lives Movement, not necessarily the movement itself, but to support any coalitions that have anything to do with Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. So that's cute. However, because what does that really mean? So is that $25 million over the course of 10 years, and is that divided up to 32 teams? Mm-hmm. And now what is going to be expected of the NBA and the National Baseball, Major League Baseball, and hockey? Guess nobody thought about that. Again, like I said, we moving real fast through this. Also, too, NASCAR. NASCAR decided to take down the Confederate flag. However, to me, I just think that that's a different strategic move because the person who you asked to announce is a black NASCAR racer. From my knowledge, I didn't know that it was even actually one, and there was a lot of people who didn't know it was one. Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to be the spokesperson. But we're not going to talk about that. That's fine, too. Bam, Starbucks. They put out a statement saying that their employees were not allowed to wear any type of apparel based on Black Lives Matter movement. Then they turned around and put out their own Black Lives Matter shirt and apparel and said that it's okay that they can be worn. Yelp decided to say that they're going to start giving out, and also Uber Eats, free delivery for Black Lives Matter movements and things like that. Yeah, that's cute, but at the end of the day, my personal opinion, you're still segregating because now everything is labeled black business. Macy's have recently just came out with more models, black models in their commercials. Are we now, or I should say, has the Black Lives Movement been hijacked? Also recently, Melissa Gates, last name, think about that, said black people need to get the corona vaccine first to test, pretty much we test dummies. Again, all of this has been going on for the past week, but to bring you up to speed today, everybody's favorite syrup, Miss Aunt Jemima, y'all done came out and said that it's racist and you gonna take Aunt Jemima syrup off the wall or market or whatever and change the label. Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, so do now we forget or negate all of these hangings that's going on? All of this started from Mr. Floyd, but then you turned around and you're still killing us in a sense, and then you fast forward to Atlanta, then now after Atlanta, we're dealing with all of these mysterious hangings. And that's what I wanted to focus on today. So I know I just gave you guys a lot of information, but you can Google all of that. We need to talk about these hangings, mysterious suicides, and a bunch of people are missing. You brought up a young lady recently to me, and can you just explain that story?
There was the lady in Africa. That's the one I seen, and I don't know what's going on with all these hangings or whatever. This one, she was actually murdered. They're labeling it a homicide. She was found hanging. She was 8 months pregnant. And she was stabbed to death and hung in Africa. And they're looking into that. I don't know what's going on with all these, like you said, these mysterious quote unquote suicides that they're labeling it. And I don't know if it's going to increase. Is it increasing because of all of a sudden black pandering now? Like everybody is black everything. You know, they're uplifting us as if these issues did not already exist. Now everybody's eye is open. So I'm like, yeah, right. These issues always been here. Now you notice it. Everybody's noticing, like you said, Macy's and this and the NFL, NASCAR, everything. So now I think there's going to be a lot more murders, or at least attempted murders, or a lot of clashes because people are going to be upset. Like, oh, it's almost like when you're the only child and then a new baby comes. Exactly. And all the attention's on the new baby. Now I hate the baby.
Yep.
And that's what I see going down.
I agree in so many different senses because it's so, it's more so now being forced. Mm-hmm. Forced. Black Lives Matter. Black. Yes. I hear that, but we've always been here. And now you're negating the other nationalities. Mm-hmm. We all matter.
Yes.
And again, I have to keep reverting back to the topic of saying, has our movement been hijacked? Because now a lot of these things have become commercialized. Mm-hmm. And not for nothing too, but an article just came out that over 440,000 small black businesses have ceased.
Really?
And this article came out yesterday. So if that's over 440,000 businesses, black. Now, if you flip side to this, if you didn't know that I just said that, you would think that all of this money that's being donated around the world, these many businesses would not fall.
Right.
You know, these celebrities, yeah, you're saying you're donating thousands and millions. It sounds good, but where are you going? Because who is behind the movement?
Exactly. I have reservations about the celebrities. They've always been here. And it's the black ones. It's not just the black ones, but everybody who's lived here knows the plight of the black people, the brown skinned, dark skinned people, or whatever, melanated people. So now that it's like it's the bandwagon movement, and we're seeing it, and it's like in your face. And I don't necessarily appreciate it. However, I have no choice but to sit back and see where will this go, because I am happy for what could happen. But I don't know what's going to happen. And on the flip side, the negative stuff, like the hangings from people who are not celebrities, who are just angry, like, oh, I can't stand them. I'm gonna go out and do something, because you're bothering them. They're getting upset. They used to be able to pacify themselves, but now they're like, every time they look on TV, it's like, black people, love them. It's like, I'm going to kill one, and that's what's happening. And I make it say it lightly, but it's a serious matter. Like, I'm nervous. I'm about to drive all the way to Pennsylvania. Don't ask me why, but I'm not.
Look, I will later though.
Okay. And I'm nervous about my black family driving at night through certain areas. Like, am I going to be ignorantly pulled over and someone going to flex their power over me? Get down. And, I don't know. Yeah. I just don't know. It's nervous. I'm nervous. It's worse. It's always been bad, but it's like getting worse. You feel that?
Yeah, I definitely feel it. I felt it in so many different ways and so many different counterparts. I live my life a lot of times of stepping outside the situation and looking at the bigger picture, and I don't think that America is actually doing that. So, Miss Stacy, really quick, we're going to take a quick break, we're on a commercial break, and we'll be right back. But I would love to hear your comments, concerns, and your complaints about the matter. So call into the show. You guys know the number, unless you need me to tell you the number.
Tell them the number.
I don't know if I want to tell them the number. Okay, so the number is 281-587-1540. Call in, let us know what's going on, okay? But other than that, we'll be right back. Thanks for watching.
Care can be a very important part of a wellness lifestyle. By restoring the integrity of the spine and nervous system with a safe and natural method of care, your doctor of chiropractic can help you live a more healthy, productive, and happy life. For the health of it, visit us at 1302 North Shepherd in the Heights, or visit our website, HoustonChiroClinic.com, or call us at 713-868-6166. 713-868-6166.
Hey, Faz, and thank you so much again. Welcome back to Conscious Conversations, and I'm here with Miss Stacy.
Yes.
Hey, girl, I should say comedian Miss Stacy.
Yes.
And we are in a heated discussion. The things that we are discussing today has the Black Lives Movement being hijacked. And we actually, before we went to commercial break, we were discussing the hangings and besides being fearful for our lives in public now. Mm-hmm. Before, to me, it was more so focused on the black man. Mm-hmm. It was, okay, if you're a black man in America, it's hard, different things dark like skin. That. Yep, light skin, dark skin. Mm-hmm. But we never speak about the effects, how it affects the woman when she loses the black man.
Right, her son, her husband.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that this it's kind of like a catch-22, because when we have the conversation, a major part of the conversation is not being discussed. Mm-hmm. So it's not even about us going outside at night anymore. We can't even go outside during the day.
Right.
And it's like, what are we teaching our children? This show is based about, this show right here is definitely not about politics or any religious beliefs. It's just solely breaking generational curses through conversations. And I just would like to know what type of conversations people are having with their children, let alone their grown kids?
Yeah.
What kind of conversations you having with yourself? Are you checking yourself, or are you still going out with all that animosity? This is my right, and rah rah rah, because that can get you
hurt, guilt. That does not make sense. You need to. This is a perfect time for people to reflect inwardly on themselves. Yeah. You have to meditate. You have to take, because like we have been studied, okay?
Yes.
And it's known to whomever it's known to that we are reactionary people. So therefore, they're going to do anything to make us react. I believe whoever is stringing this along is surprised that we haven't snapped already. They think that we should have stormed the Capitol by now, and it hasn't. And the little stuff that's going on now with the protests, it's still quote unquote peaceful. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they're expecting. They're expecting us to be those animals that they call us. We're not that. You know what I'm saying? To me, what's happening right now is a war tactic. You take out the man and you have the woman and child. You take them back, which you train them up and they're docile.
Well, listen, I found it ironic, actually, that I believe it was the sheriff or the deputy, one of these people, don't quote me. It's just so much stuff going on, I can't keep up with everything.
It is, it's too much.
The sheriff in Atlanta stepped down.
Oh, yes.
And
I've seen her.
I understand why.
Yes.
You know, things are bigger than you.
Yep.
And regardless if you're trying to, you have a small group of people that you're trying to maintain, but you already know the effects of what's going to happen, because at this point, no matter what you do, it's going to be wrong. We are humans first before we have a job. And I think at this particular time, we're so focused on, when you meet somebody, the first thing they ask you is, well, what do you do? It doesn't matter what I do. The point of the matter is, who am I?
That's right.
Am I honest? Because I can be a CEO that's a jerk. Or I can be a CEO that's like, okay, let us figure this out and we're all going to grow together in these trying times. So it's really kind of like a catch-22. I don't think that the women are... I don't think that we are, as a nation or as a culture, are sitting down and strategizing properly. I feel like everyone has their own agenda, whatever that is.
That's it. And that's it. It is whatever that is, and nobody knows what it is, even individually. Yes. They know what the end result they want. We want this. Well, how do we go about it? I don't know, but I know I want it. Yeah. And I'm going to just figure I'm going to go home and think about it. No, you need to come together. I have a brother who told me, shout out to Joe. He told me that we need to kind of separate, like segregate almost, build ourselves up, you know, get our strength up, get our minds right, learn to grow food, learn to build and stuff. Because we're not a dumb people. We know how to do these things. We just need to be afforded the opportunity and distraction free. You know, go put some money together, get some land. And like what they're doing in Washington, Seattle, Washington. They done took over 6-block radius and was like, wow. They call it Chaz. I think it's like, I can't remember what the acronym is, but yeah, they're like, no police are allowed. This is no longer United States. Yeah. Wow. So y'all can look that up, bro. Shout out to Joe again for telling me about that. And I see it on the news this morning.
Canada, a few years ago, I visited the Niagara Falls, and I thought that it was not bizarre, but it kind of raised their eyebrow about the police. There's no guns, and they're not worried about that. The only thing they're worried about is us being better as a culture. Wow. It's the crime rate is dang on there minute, as if it doesn't exist. So now again, when you come to the U.S., what's up?
Right.
But now I'm starting to think about this. We're only doing the things that we mimic. Somebody has to say, okay, it's you. Half of y'all can act this way, half of y'all can act that way. But if the only thing that's depicted on TV or in the media or in your household is aggression, that's all you know.
Programming.
Okay?
I don't watch TV.
So now you mad because you got programmed, pretty much hypnotized.
Yeah, that's it.
And you acting like this.
Yeah.
Well, at one point, you have to make that recognition to say, you know what, I want to do better. You can't keep blaming other people.
Turn off your radio to certain songs. Turn off your TV for even if it's for an hour at a time. Because I remember I used to watch Maury, and I used to wish somebody was. I wish my baby daddy would, and I didn't even have a baby daddy. So I watched reality TV. I couldn't wait for somebody to disrespect me so I could throw a glass at them. And what you said, it just brought a spirit. I felt the spirit.
Really? See, I got something different from that. I love Maury. Maury taught me not to get a baby daddy. See? Maury told me, this is not what you're going to do. Because you don't have to. And I think that's another thing. We watching TV because we want to escape our reality. But if your reality wasn't so jacked up, it wouldn't be nothing for you to escape from. And you turn this stuff on and you laughing at these girls, but you need to put yourself in this position so then therefore you don't become her. And that's when I started to watch more. I think I started watching movie like 13, girl. You know, you be tending to be sick. And you want to watch because it come on when you was supposed to be at school.
Maury's been on for 30 years.
Girl.
And he will not age.
But what's funny is we all talk about Maury and we all laugh and we all say how he put a shining, diminishing on black culture. How many of y'all looked at the credits of Maury? Nobody looked at the credits. Again, people knock to some of the stuff that I watch, but I watch it for a whole different reason because the credits, the producer is his wife. The other producer is his son. Bill Cunningham was a part of that. Now, didn't Bill Cunningham have his own show? Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer is a judge. You didn't even know he was a judge. But guess what? Who was his bodyguard on his show?
Yes, Steve Wilkos.
Guess what? Steve got his own show. Guess who produces that?
Who?
Jerry.
Oh, of course. Yeah, they
help each other. So again, people can knock whatever it is that you want to knock, but at the end of the day, it is a structure. So I tell a lot of my friends, you can call me and complain and say all of the stuff that you want to say to me, but you know I have a radio show and I ain't seen you call up here yet. So what you talking to me about is not helping the culture.
Hello.
Come through. If you got a problem and it's a real problem and it's a generational problem and it don't have to be the generational problem in your family, but you can recognize that you know all your friends is dysfunctional. If you know all your friends is broke, come on. And that's the thing. Why are we friends? To kick it?
That's it.
Nah.
And that's what it looks like. It's like there's no example or something. I don't know why you actually need a physical example. Like you could just, you want your life better. Do you like all this strife? Do you like always struggling, arguing, being frustrated, being broke, spending your money on stupid stuff? And it's like habit, which turns into tradition. And then it just stays that way, which turns into a curse. And then it's a generational curse. Nothing but ignorance comes up out of it. I don't want that.
Nope.
Like I don't have TV. I do have TV now only because the whole coronavirus, but
it's getting real.
So I had to have it for that reason only. Like, oh my gosh, so what are we wearing? You like full body condoms or what? What are we wearing now? You know, for those purposes. But I don't watch none of that rah-rah. I can't. It bothers my spirit. I'm growner than grown. I look good, but I'm grown. Okay. I can't deal with all that. I don't like all that. It causes anxiety, that anxiousness. I don't like that. I wouldn't mind going off grid. And that scares a lot of people. During this whole, I wish we could just do it. Go take just go for a camping for like a week and get kind of accustomed to it.
I'll be out. You can come through.
I don't want to use the bathroom outside.
That's all right. I will figure that out too. They got little porta potties, little different.
They do. They got little tents,
everything. Little shower.
They are.
We can hook it up.
That's true.
But needless to say, like you just said, have an open mind and do something different.
Yes.
That's really what this is. I don't want friends to just call and we talking about yesterday or we talking about the drama. Unless it's, okay, listen, this is what's going on. Number one, did you know? Because I want to inform you. See, we're friends, but we're ignorant friends. I'm thankful that I have a friend that knows about like religion and her specialty is history. Not that is my niche, but if I call you, I know we're going to start talking about so many different things that's not drama and it's beneficial. So now when you step into the world, these conversations are more comfortable instead of just saying, hey, like for instance, I have about probably maybe 300 or 400 people in my phone under contacts. And this is just my thought process. If I have 400 people in my contacts and all 300 of y'all I can only call for a party, that's a problem.
Talk about it.
And if I only hear from these 300 or 500 after I post something detrimental on Facebook, that's a problem. We don't know how to connect. So until we learn how to connect, how you outside trying to connect?
Right.
On the last show, a few people haven't, you get a chance to watch it, but Dr. Rodriguez, he mentioned that the cases of corona are on a rise now. Of course, we're not talking about it. And I asked him, okay, so how do we now try to stop that while we're out protesting? Yeah, you can't be 6 feet when you're protesting from people. Certain things are impossible. But guess what? I'm sure that we can virtually protest. We can do other things, but that takes somebody to get outside the box. One thing that I can commend the media for, they decided to take some shows off the air. So Live PD is off the air, Cops is off the air. They're trying to take these type of shows down. But my thing is, why did you take it down? Are you trying to take it down for the police sake, or are you trying to take it down for the offender's sake, or however you want to call it, perpetrator or alleged perpetrator?
What was your point? What was your reason? Is it just for like, oh, I want to look like I'm with the Black Lives Matters movement? Is that why you took it down? Because Cops been up since I was 3.
Yep.
Like you just now, okay. So you just now noticing. So I don't know if that's like I said, I don't know what's going on. I'm watching.
Yeah.
Because I know like the obvious look of it doesn't look good.
Nope.
But it could spiral off or spin off into something really positive. Take that crap off the air. Like I don't want to give Cops a special show when they're the ones killing everybody right now for no reason. Like you said, in Canada, they don't even rock like that. But over here, United States is ridiculous. So, I mean, there are good cops out there, but it's a people thing.
Yeah. And
they need to reform. They need to, like, you know, test people and find out and train them again. I don't, that's a whole nother segment.
But no, you're absolutely right. We all need to be trained again. Again, we are creatures that learn from others. So if you've never seen peace, if you've never seen a calm environment, you possibly don't know how to act in this environment. And it's not necessarily your fault. You just wasn't subject. Now, after I upgrade you or subject you to greatness, then what?
That's a good way to put it.
Ow.
Yes. Like Beyonce, let me upgrade you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's
so
facts.
This has been a very, very good topic. And I hope that we have spread some awareness. And just kind of, guys, think about it. Has the Black Lives Movement been hijacked by for the wrong reasons? And of course, we'll definitely have another conscious conversation next week. But before we get out of here, Miss Stacy, what you have coming up? What you got going on, girl?
Okay,
what's the CD about?
Yeah, okay, well, I have my own DVD. I still have some for sale. You know, you just hit me up on my Laugh with Stacy on Facebook, Instagram, and just request the DVD, and I will definitely get that out to you. They are $10. And then I have a show coming up right here. We're getting back to normal. So I have a comedy showcase on the 27th at 8 p.m. Gridiron Bar and Grill. It is a comedy show. We bringing it to Sugarland, y'all. We bringing it to Sugarland. You can find that.
Sugarland.
Yes, Sugarland. Let me see what it's at 4524 Highway 6 in Sugarland. And this is our first time coming back. So come on and support us trying to keep it going. You know, life is really difficult right now. You really need to laugh and decompress and then be retrained and upgraded.
Okay. So now, mental health is everything. So I'm looking forward to the laughter because you are hilarious.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Conscious Conversations on 1540 and 101.7 FM. And it's produced by Edge Radio Network. So thank you. And I would like to again thank Miss Stacy for everything. And guys, my final thought, before you support certain things, make sure you understand the complete cause from it. And I'll see you guys next week. You can also catch the show on ccwcshow.com. Thank you.